Preparing to live stream. Okay, and we'll do this a minute before normally. Okay. All right, we are live streaming on, it's preparing to live stream. Okay, and we'll do this a minute before normally. Do I have to keep the window open to do it live stream?
All right, we're live streaming
on it because it's going to echo.
It's preparing to live stream. Yeah. And we'll do this a minute before normally.
I'm just going to close the window and see if it's still like. Do I have to keep the window open to do it live stream?
All right, we're live streaming
on it because it's going to echo.
It's preparing to live stream. Yeah. And we'll do this a minute before normally.
I'm going to see. I'll see. I have no idea if it's still going to live stream or not. We'll work it out. Okay. I'm going to let everyone in. Welcome all. Welcome, welcome. So nice to have you here. And I am doing a technological experiment today, which is seeing if I can live stream it at the same time. I have no idea. I just closed the window because it was echoing, so we'll figure that out later. Anyway, welcome everyone. It's Thursday, August 28th, 2025. And we are going to do a little meditating together. I've got a couple of poems to read also, and then we'll do a little Q&A. So we will start with a meditation, and just want to let people know that if you've never meditated before, don't worry, don't freak out. You'll be okay, you'll survive. I'm going to do a bit of a guided meditation, actually, to kind of help ground us today. It's going to be a grounding meditation. I have a bell. I will ring a bell to start the meditation. I will walk you through the meditation, and then I will ring the bell at the end. And then, like I said, I have some poems to share, and I have, and then we'll do a Q&A also. We'll see what's on your guys' mind. And just so you know, Holly Payberg is here. She's going to be letting people into the space while I've got my eyes closed. Well, she'll be meditating too, but she'll keep her eyes open a little bit for that. All right. So to start with, for those of us who are new to meditation, which even if you've been practicing for 25 years, every time we sit, we hope to sit with beginner's mind. I encourage you, if you want to sit on a cushion with your legs crossed and all of that, that's great. Do that. But most of us are sitting in chairs. And so I encourage you and invite you to, if you want, take your shoes off so your feet can actually feel the carpet or the floor it's under, but also know that your feet are feeling inside of your shoes. So it's fine either way. But feet flat on floor, and your hands can go on your thighs or they can sit on your lap, either way. And I'm going to ring the bell. And as I ring the bell, I'm going to invite you to let the sound of the bell be the center of your sensory universe. So let yourself just be absorbed by the sound. And I've got my audio set so that you should be able to hear the bell. It's not perfect on Zoom, as we know. I'm going to ring it once. Let all of your focus of your mind. Yes, Alicia, you can absolutely lie down for this too. Lying, sitting, even standing. There's all sorts of ways to do meditation. Whatever you and your intuition feels like you is going to be most comforting or is going to help you reset the most. Take care of yourselves and listen to your intuition. Everyone here, this is always a practice of intuition. So. All right, so like I was saying about the sound, I'm going to ring the bell. It's going to sound weird on Zoom, but whatever it sounds like, let that sound be everything. I'm going to invite you to take some breaths with me. We're going to do a big deep breath, hold it for a few seconds, and then when we breathe out, we'll breathe it out like we're pushing it through, like we've got a straw in our mouth. And then when we empty out, we're going to just take a beat and let our lungs be empty together. So I'll walk you through this. So big breath in, holding it at the top, breathing out. Holding that, breath in, holding it at the top, out. Holding that, breath in, holding, out. And just let yourself now just come back to your organic rhythm of breathing. And just noticing maybe a bit of lightheadedness, maybe. Whatever you're noticing, just notice. Just brought some oxygen in. And letting your mind sit on your breath, which means just noticing the breath right now. And most likely, like my mind, it's already begun to wander a bit. That's perfectly normal. It's a normal functioning human brain. And our job here is not to prevent the mind from wandering. Our job is to be kind and gentle and kind as we would be to a puppy or a toddler who is learning to sit still for the first time in their life. And bring ourselves back to our focus of attention. So back to the breath, we focus. And noticing what else is coming up. It could be fidgety, could be a little feelings of anxiousness, could be tiredness. When we pause and give ourselves a chance to get off the treadmill of life for a moment, we start to notice kind of this underlying somatic experience. Somatic meaning what's going on in the body. And like that gentle person you are with the puppy and the toddler, just let yourself notice what's going on in the body today, in this moment. And just label it. Fidgety, tired, worry. Whatever it is, Give it a simple one word and just acknowledge it and then come back to the breath. Let's do that for a few minutes together. Being gentle with the wandering mind. Back to breath. Gently back to breath. Now I want you to turn your mind's focus to the weight of your body on your chair or cushion or couch, wherever you're sitting. Just notice the weight of your body. Let that be the focus of your attention, feeling how the chair, couch, floor is holding you up and how you are being held down by gravity. Again, being gentle with wandering mind, back to the sensation of weight and being held up, being supported. Letting that support register in your mind that you are being supported right now by Earth. And let that register into the nervous system also. You are being supported. And then let's gently turn our attention to the space we are sitting in, the empty space that you are surrounded by in whatever room you are in. This too is supporting you, this empty space. Without it, you could not be here. And one tangible way this empty space is supporting you is it is supplying the air for you to breathe. And so now as you breathe and notice you're breathing with empty space, notice the exchange you're doing with empty space. this partnership. Just noticing wandering mind, gently bring it back to focusing on empty space and the exchange your breathing is doing with it. And now I'm going to have you focus on your feet. And if you're lying down or in another position, just let yourself focus on how your feet are touching the surface. For all of us, you may be in shoes, you may not, whichever. And in your imagination, I want you to imagine that there are roots growing out of your feet and down, down, down into earth. Like you're watching a wild cartoon, animation possibly, or you're seeing it as a movie. Deep, deep tap roots into ground from bottom of feet. Tapping into all of the nutrients of earth, the solidity, brushing up against all of the root systems that may be surrounding you from gardens, trees, and letting yourself see the roots of your feet expanding out in an ever-widening network. Sometimes we use the word rhizomic network, rhizomes, many, many branches and trees. And let yourself look into that underworld with your mind's eye of all the rhizomic roots, of all the plants and trees in your neighborhood, your city, your region, and beyond. And without thinking, just let those roots of yours touch, tap into whatever this body mind that you have, that you are, whatever it needs right now. Safety, love, calm, beauty, joy. There is a source for it in these depths. And even if your thinking mind can't think it, know that for your body and your deeper mind, your deep imagination, it can sense it, live it, see it, feel it. Whatever word came up for you, whatever nutrient you need, know that it is there, abundant, and it is yours to tap into. And let let this body root tap into it and let yourself bring it into your body. Whatever that looks like, feels like, doesn't feel. Just acknowledge that it is moving up into your body, this nutrient that you need. Let it move up your legs, into your groin area, belly, solar plex, heart, upper chest, down the arms, up through the neck, face, brain, skull, bones, muscle, organs. It might show up as a color, a song, a taste, or just a sensation of some kind. Know that you have the ability any time of the day or night to tap into this deep-rooted, nurturing system of life. And then imagining whatever this is, this nutrient, that it pops out the top of your head in some way. I don't know, color, a flower. Wise teacher, a rocket ship. Let it come out and enter the space above you. Again, just use your imagination. There's no right or wrong. And let yourself be connected to everything that is above and around you. Let yourself be plugged back in to life. And now take a moment, put your hand on your body somewhere. It could be your heart, it could be your belly, it could be both at the same time. Might be some other part of your body, but let yourself touch your body right now as you are letting this energy flow through you. And just let your heart and your belly and this body mind know that right now it is connected to everything. It always is. It's just a matter of remembering. And that in every moment you have access to what you need emotionally, mentally, physically. That in this moment here together, right now, we are safe, held, and resourceful. I'm going to ring the bell and give you a couple of minutes to just gently, if you want, to write down some words, maybe images that came, just to remind yourself a little bit so that when you get busy, you will be able to remember later today, tomorrow. And with the sound of this bell, everything that we have tapped into as a collective here in this meditation, with the sound of this bell, we send out into the world to any and all that are suffering, that need a dose of comfort and love, joy, insight. We offer this as a blessing to the world. And there's a silver alert on my phone. Fascinating timing. I'm going to ring my bell now. Now, are you feeling right now, for me, just to notice, I want to just walk you through this. My nervous system just, whoa, went into a whole different place. So this is life right now. This is life. We have a moment of peace, we reconnect, and then we step out and a silver alert or an amber alert shows up on our phone. So just take a moment before I ring the bell to just notice your body where it is. I'm just noticing mine. My sympathetic nervous system got triggered. So my hand is on my heart. I'm reconnecting with my roots. Noticing my breathing. Seeing the roots expand again. Reminding my nervous system that there is no emergency in the space that I am sitting in right now. That deep breath was my nervous system acknowledging it got the information. I'm reconnecting to what I had pulled from the roots back into my body, feeling it in my heart, feeling it move up through the chakras out the top of my head, being a part of the energy, the ever-going energy loop. Thanking the synchronicity gods for that moment so we could all recover together. And now, with open heart from each of us, we are going to offer our joy, our love, our grief, whatever it is that you are pulling and need to nurture yourself with. We are offering that to the world, to those who are suffering, to places that are suffering, to the hearts and minds of those who we might not agree with, but whose hearts and minds are also suffering. Unconditional regard for all suffering in the world, and letting our love and joy, whatever it was we drank up and are drinking up, letting that move out into the world at the sound of the bell. And slowly we come back into the space. My depth psychology friends in the space here today are laughing at that bell going off, I'm sure, that alarm going off. As I like to say, right on time. Hello. Beautiful teaching from whatever the fuck we call this. Yes, Diane. Trickster is in the house. Exactly. I love it. It's so good. Okay. Gotta put my reading glasses. I'm of that age where I got glasses for fucking everything, people. Hold on. I'm gonna read this poem and then I'm gonna end the recording because we're gonna do the Q&A privately. So this is Hafiz. Don't know if you're familiar with Hafiz. Hafiz is a Sufi poet, kind of a la Rumi and things like that. And Hafiz has been a part of my practice, especially when I taught. I'd always just randomly open a Hafiz and see what we needed. And this is what we got today. The mule got drunk and lost in heaven. The mind is ever a tourist, wanting to touch and buy new things, then toss them into an already filled closet. So I craft my words into those guides that will offer you something fresh from the Hidden's tavern. Few things are stronger than the mind's need for diverse experience. I'm glad not many men or women can remain faithful lovers to the unreal. There is a kind of adultery that God encourages. Your spirit needs to leave the bed of fear. The gross, the subtle, the mental worlds become as a worthless husband. Women need to utilize their superior intelligence about love so that their hour's legacy can make us all stronger and more clement. Sometimes a poem happens like this one. The mule I sit on while I recite starts off in one direction, but then gets drunk and lost in heaven. I loved when I got that because it was immediately about the mind wandering. I love that it's the wander. It wants to touch and buy new things that toss them into an already filled closet. That is what the mind does. So that's my little Hafiz poem here. So let me turn off the recording here. Okay, wonderful. So welcome everyone. While I lose my voice in front of you. I'm so glad you're all here. And I just want to, we've got about 25 minutes together. Just want to open up if anyone has any questions, answers, all those kinds of things. I don't have any plans for this time. I just wanted to bring meditation. If you just wanted to come for the meditation and dash off because you got something to do, absolutely go do that. But I am here to, kind of stir the pot of conversation. If anyone has anything that they want to put into the center of the circle here, even though we're in a gallery in a square, I always like to see us as sitting in a circle with a talking stick. Does anyone want to bring anything forward and just take a moment to, like we do with the talking stick, it's so we're not coming from our thinking mind and our solving mind so much, but more from our feeling heart mind. Is there anything that anyone's heart wants to bring into the circle here to talk about that we can unpack as a collective? Or maybe there's something that I might have an expertise in. We've got a lot of beautiful people in this circle that might have a similar experience to whatever you're going through these days, or what's happening, or what happened during the meditation even. So, and you can just unmute yourself or raise your little fake hand. I love the little fake hand that gets raised. And we'll bring you into the circle.
I guess I'll start.
Oh, hold on, Brett. One moment. Diana raised her hand and then you started, so you will get to be next. Yes, Diana. And always happens that way too. Someone goes with this and then someone goes with the speaking at the same time. Happens every time.
I'm glad to yield my time to Brett. That's totally fine. But I was just gonna ask, like, what are you doing on a daily basis to stop the onslaught to our nervous system in these troubled times? Like, do you have, something that might be like more of a like on the spot, not necessarily super comprehensive. So if you don't have a lot of time, but you feel like you're just like a little glass marble rocking back and forth on a little glass table, like yeah, with your nerves, like something to just settle.
Yeah, it's a great question. And, part of what we practice, and we didn't do it today, but it can be as simple as, first of all, this right here, and or this, anything where you can focus, feeling, slowing down enough to really feel and be letting your senses become the entire thing. And it takes a few moments if you're activated to do it, but this is why you kind of can do it over and over again. And it helps. That's why I asked you to focus on the sound of the bell at the beginning of the meditation, because we were all using our listening. So even listening can be a moment where one of the practices we have is that I do is, if you live in a city and it's noisy, you can start to isolate sounds and you go, oh, airplane, traffic, hum of refrigerator. Even that kind of focusing of attention does something to the nervous system and onboards your parasympathetic nervous system for you. Stomping feet can help. I'm a big stomping of feet that can help ground you. So those are some like, and we do it also with the fingertips. Very subtle. You can do this as a practice first and really learn to feel the ridges of your fingers. And then it's something you can do anywhere. You can be out in public and just have your arms down and all of your attention goes, just like we did earlier, where you just attention on the fingers. And after about 10 seconds, and this too, you'll probably get that big breath that you heard me take. And that big breath is the shift. And that part of your body intelligence going, oh, safety, fight or flight, fawn and freeze can stand down now. So that's just a little something. But I have found that for me, my go-to practice is journaling. I journal every morning. It's my lifeblood. It's where I show up a mess. It's where I show up brilliant. And it's where because I do a lot of dream work and other kind of deep imagination work with inner figures and things like that, it's where I can tap into the wisdom that is very close. It's close by. It's right here. So without my journaling, I get untethered pretty quickly. And